Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we are going to put together a half dozen pink roses, and we're actually going to use 2 shades of pink today, so it's going to be a mixed pink rose half dozen. So very often at Valentine's Day, I would say roses are our most popular selling item. We sell more roses at Valentine's Day than anything else. And so we actually make arrangements. We do a half dozen, which is what I'm doing today, and we do a premium half dozen. Then we do a dozen and a premium dozen. So a half dozen or a dozen, both the same. One has 6 roses and one has 12. They would be mixed greens, just like I'm adding here. They would have a little bit of filler flower, a pretty ribbon, and 6 to 12 roses. Now, if we're doing a premium rose arrangement, it's going to include other flowers such as bells of Ireland and maybe lilies or hydrangeas, but it is filled to value with some beautiful premium flowers, and it's just a taller, showier display. So what I'm doing here today is this is a glass vase that I have filled with fresh water, and we have added flower food to the water. So what flower food actually does for the flowers is it really feeds them. It's food, right? It has a little bit of sugar that's added into the powder, along with a little bit of almost a bleach, something that kills the bacteria. So if you're at home and you are going to design flowers at home and you don't have a little packet of floral food, what you're going to do is you're going to want to use, if you have it, you're going to want to use a little bit of Sprite, like a clear lemon lime soda. Anything that's clear, and it needs to have the sugar. It doesn't need to be a diet because it's the sugar that the flowers love. You're going to add just a touch of that to your water, and then a drop or so of bleach. Now that bleach is going to just kill the bacteria that's going to grow in the container or in your vase, in your water. If you will change out your water every other day and cut those stems and drop those back in that fresh water, your flowers are going to last longer. So what I've done here is I've added a little bit of leatherleaf fern and some spiral eucalyptus to my vase. Next, I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to lay this greenery right over here. I'm going to take a little bit of Solidago. So Solidago is my filler of choice, but there are so many filler flowers out there that you can use. I love Solidago. It's a long-lasting filler. It goes with everything. But some people use baby's breath. Some people use wax flower. But just any type of filler flower, I always think filler flower just bumps the level up just a little bit with roses. It just makes them pretty. So I've added about 5 stems of that Solidago fern. Next, we're going to come in with our roses. Now here at our flower shop, we like to wire our roses, and so I'm going to show you what I mean by wiring my roses. I went ahead and wired 5 of the 6, but I thought I would show you how to wire one of them. So I'm going to take my stem. So this is a pink Mondale rose. I'm going to go ahead and remove a couple of the petals that have bumps or bruises. I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to press it right into the calyx, which is right below the head of the rose. And then I'm just going to twist that wire right around that stem. Now, if the foliage is pretty, just like this foliage is lovely on this stem, leave it on there. It is going to help fill in some space. Always leave that foliage if you can. I'm going to take that stem, I'm going to cut it at an angle, and I'm going to tuck him right down in amongst all of that greenery. So I'm starting out with my tallest rose first. I'm going to continue with that light color because I'm using 2 colors of pink. So I'm going to take my second rose, cut that stem at an angle, and nestle him in, and then my third pale pink. And I tell you, the pink Mondale is beautiful. So if ever you're looking for a pretty pink, blushy colored rose, the pink Mondale is a beautiful choice, and it holds up so nice. The next rose I've chosen is a Pink Floyd. It's more of a hot pink rose, and this variety does have a good many thorns, so go ahead and take your knife and run it down that stem to remove any thorns. I'm just taking that stem, cutting it at an angle. Now you do not see me wiring these roses because I wired them before I came on the video, but we do like to wire our roses. So I'm just taking and removing those thorns, cutting that stem at an angle, and popping that rose right down into that vase. So I'm really kind of, oh, I got him a little crooked there. I'm just going all the way around with those roses. All right, so there are our 6 pink roses. So all the way around are those roses. Now some people like to put all their roses just facing out. It's really all in preference on how you like to design. Whichever you prefer is great. So next what we're going to do is we're going to tie a bow. And here at Flowers by the Bunch, we actually have our own ribbon line, and we sell it over on our Shopify website, and we will link that website right below this video. But this is one of our pretty ribbons that we have in. This is actually called Pearl's Own Royal, and it's a pretty pink. I kind of got an in-between pink. Not as light as the lightest rose and not as dark as the darkest rose. Just kind of in between, just for fun. I'm going to take this ribbon. It is a 1.5 inch wired ribbon, and it's got like little circles that look like little pearls. It's just very sweet. So I'm going to take and make me a loopy bow. And we have ribbons in all varieties and all colors, so if you're ever in need of a ribbon, we certainly have that available, and we will ship it right out to you. So I have just tied a loopy bow. I always like kind of a whimsy bow. This bow actually has 3 loops on one side, 2 loops on the other with 2 tails. I'm going to take a piece of florist wire, and it is a 21 gauge florist wire. I'm going to tie my bow with my wire. And then instead of using like a wooden pick, I'm just going to use one of the stems from the Solidago. I'm going to take that stem and I am going to wrap my wire tightly around that stem. Just like that. And then we're going to take our bow and nestle it right down into our arrangement. So there is a very simple beautiful pink half dozen roses. Guys, if you have any questions about how we do things, please don't hesitate to ask. We are so happy to answer any questions you might have. If you would do me a great big favor, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to subscribe down below. If you hit that little bell, you'll get notifications for when we have a new video. Guys, we look forward to a new video soon. Have a great day.